Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about communication temptations. So this is really an extension off of my previous video from last week where I talked about verbal routines. If you watched that video, you will have seen me say lots of times the ready, set, pause, and then go, or 1, 2, 3. So giving your child that pause and wait time so that they can fill in the routine. This is very similar because you're giving them a temptation. However, it doesn't just have to be with verbal sequences. It can be with toys. So children have opportunities to communicate all day long. In their authentic environment, there are so many opportunities to communicate, right? But sometimes just having that opportunity isn't quite enough. Sometimes we have to give them an even bigger opportunity and set up the environment for them to communicate. Now, this can be communicating through gestures with sign. This can be communicating just with their eye contact and making that interaction and that social piece with you. Or it can be with words. So we're supporting communication as a whole, not just words. So the first thing I want to talk about is boxes and Tupperware containers and things that close and things that your child's little fingers have a really hard time opening. You're going to put their favorite toy in there. I recommend just one toy at a time. A lot of times with kids, especially when we're working on communication, having more than one toy is really an overload, and sensory-wise an overload as well. So they're going from one thing to another, and it's really hard to hone in on that specific thing that they are trying to communicate. So one toy at a time, you put it, whatever their favorite toy is. I just have a car as an example, but whatever it is, you put it in a box that they can't open, which I know seems kind of mean, but again, you're just setting up that opportunity for them. You will be opening it for them, but you take it and you set it in front of them and you wait. See what they do. Giving them this temptation is also really good for you to learn about how your child is interacting and what level they understand communication. So do they just pick it up and they bang it around and they get really mad? Okay, they haven't learned that communication interaction yet. They haven't learned that, oh, they need to give it to you, or oh, they need to sign please, or say more, mom, or whatever level they're at. They haven't learned yet that they need to verbalize that they need help with something. So you're going to teach them that, and you're going to repeat those words for them while they're learning. If they're really frustrated, obviously, like I said in my signs video, you're going to hand over hand sign with them, and then you're going to immediately open it. Oh, there's the car. And you can do this as many times as you want. So after they play with it for 30 seconds, calmly, without words, take it away, put it in the box, put it in front of them. It's going to be confusing for them at first. They're going to say, wait, why are you taking my toy away from me? But again, you're giving them that temptation so that they are more motivated to communicate. This has to be something motivating for them. So communication temptations come in lots of different toy forms. You can use boxes. Tupperware containers are great. They come in all shapes and sizes. You can really do whatever with them, but just Tupperware containers that you have in the kitchen at home. Pop some toys in there and see what your child does. Same thing with snacks and food. If your child is highly motivated by food, I recommend doing that at snack time, or put them in little baggies with the Ziplocs so that they need to communicate with you that they want that snack. Bubbles, I've shown you guys these. I'm not going to open them and do it again, but things with twist lids. So not just bubbles, but maybe Play-Doh or a jar of marbles, or again, whatever they really want. Put it in something that's hard for them to get to so that they need to communicate for you to give it to them. So you're setting them up to communicate, because a lot of times, especially with late talkers, they need to be taught that communication interaction and how to get their wants and needs met. A lot of kids, might do it already on their own, giving it to you and things like that, and that's great. But again, we really want to support their words. So when they're giving it to you, give them the word please, or open, or help. If they're not there yet, sign it for them. The last little toy I brought is a balloon. Balloons are great because you can blow it up or you can let it out and make a funny noise. And either way, it's highly motivating for the child. And this is something they're not going to be able to do on their own, blow up a balloon. So they need your help with it. Same thing with wind-up toys. Again, anything really fine motor that they're not at that level yet is a really good thing for a communication temptation. So if you need help, let me know. But really, any of their favorite toys can be put into just simple boxes like this so that they need to communicate with you that, hey, I want that so I can play with it. And that's really what it's about. You're giving them that opportunity to interact with you so that they're not just playing by themselves and doing all these things on their own. That's not communication. You want them to be interacting with you. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.